Yeah.
Clear, ma'am.
So,
Right.
good afternoon to all the stakeholders of Chain to GB. And in today's lecture, I want to share some insights about artificial intelligence and some of its tools. So, coming to the artificial intelligence. So everyone is talking about artificial intelligence, and we have also not only the subject in our BTech course or MTech course or MCA course, but even we are able to uh, give a undergraduate certificate on artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, and even a particular course in machine learning also. We have BTech course. So, everyone is aware about artificial intelligence. So the basic definition of artificial intelligence is a field of study in computer science that develops and studies intelligent machines. So here we are able to note that artificial intelligence generates as well as develop the intelligent missions. So artificial intelligence is an interdisciplinary science with multiple approaches, advancement in machine learning and deep learning. So this is the universe of artificial intelligence. Here you are able to see artificial intelligence, machine learning, neural networks, deep learning, and generative AI. So here, whatever the things that are visible in this slide, that is from artificial intelligence, we have many domains or courses included in artificial intelligence. From this, we can say that it is an ocean, artificial intelligence in the ocean, just not like a single subject that what we deal in third year or second year, or when it comes to the BTech course of artificial intelligence and BTech course of AI and ML, BTech course of data science, or BTech course of machine learning and data science. So whatever the course it may be, you will be relevant subjects that are packed or embedded or together need to be studied are many. So here, the basic definition we have seen, that is, we will be able to develop intelligent missions. By using artificial intelligence, we can develop intelligent systems. Here we can categorize the artificial intelligence into traditional artificial intelligence and generative AI. That means traditional AI and generative AI. When it talks about the traditional AI, we will be writing some rules or generating some models and able to find out the result. When it comes to the generative AI, we'll talk about or it will be talking about the more about the content. That is, it is a type of artificial intelligence that uses model to create new content such as text, images, videos, music, and also audio also. So here in generative AI model can learn from the data and generate new data and instances. So the title of this session is Artificial Intelligence and its Tools. So the tools are nothing but generative AI. The tools is nothing but the generative AI. So when it comes to the here, we are in the artificial intelligence session, we are able to see lot of topics, that is natural language processing, computer vision, expert systems, robotics, automatic reasoning, fuzzy logic, soft computing, planning and scheduling, knowledge representation, speech recognition, AI ethics, computing. All these subjects comes under artificial intelligence. So here, when you see this, another subset of artificial intelligence is machine learning. Machine learning, the name itself saying that is machine can learn by itself. That means we will be inputting some data to the machine. Machine means nothing but the system. or the computer system or the system what we have developed, model what we have developed, will give data as an input to the system, and this system will learn and generate results by using large amount of data without explicitly programming. And also we can add, that is, if you are not satisfied with the whatever the result that is obtained through these machine learning models, you can add more optimized techniques or neural networks or deep learning techniques in order to increase the accuracy of the system. So in machine learning also you are able to see lot of topics, that is dimensionality reduction, decision trees, support vector missions, ensembling methods, feature engineering, unsupervised learning, semi-supervised learning, reinforcement learning, classification, regression, clustering, association rule mining. So in machine learning also you can categorize into 4 divisions, that is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, semi-supervised learning, and reinforcement learning. When it comes to the supervised learning, here you will be having class labels. That means the learning can be done. That means the training samples will be accommodated with the class labels. When it comes to unsupervised learning, you will not have the class labels. In semi-supervised learning, it will be embedded with both class labels as well as unclass labels. That means without class labels, the training data. So whatever may be the method, whether you are using natural processing language or computer vision or machine learning or neural networks or deep learning, you should have a training data. That means you should give input to the model or the system a data. So here, for human beings, in order to survive, we need what? Oxygen. Similar way, for artificial intelligence or a machine learning or neural networks or deep learning, we should have an input which is called as data or training data. So data is the fuel for the artificial intelligence. Without data, you cannot perform anything. Without data, you cannot perform anything. So coming to the neural networks, what is meant by neural network? Neural, that means this neural networks, each input unit will be represented as neurons. Each input unit will be represented as neurons. So here, this is the method of artificial intelligence, and that teach computer to process the data in a way that is inspired by the human brain. It just acts like a human brain. So here you have convolution neural networks, LSTM, that is long short-term memory, GANs, that is generative addressable networks, dropout, multi-layer Preston, back propagation, activation functions, recurring neural networks, self-organization maps. All these are different parts of neural networks. So that is neural network. When it comes to the deep learning, in deep learning, it is a type of machine learning that uses artificial neural networks to teach computers to process data in a way that resembles the human brain. So why the deep is given? Because it contains multiple layers of neural networks. When you talk about only neural networks, it will be having a single layer, that means one hidden layer, one input layer, and one output layer. That is, it contains only 3 layers: input layer, output layer. The output layer tells about the result. Input layer tells about the training data, what you have give the input. Hidden layer will be processing or computing. So you will be having simply 3 layers in the neural network. When it comes to deep learning, it will be having multiple neural networks. It will be having multiple neural networks which will be activated by using activation function. By using activation function. Deep neural networks, deep convolution neural networks, deep reinforcement learning, capsule networks, transfer learning. So all this terminology that comes under the artificial intelligence. Next is generative AI. Generative AI is nothing but the artificial intelligence tools. It gives tools. So what is the meaning of the generative AI, or the definition of the generative AI is, so in case of generative AI, here it uses the model, artificial models, or artificial intelligence models to create new content such as text, images, videos, music, and audios. So in generative AI model can learn from data and generate new instances. The example for the generative AI is simple chat GPT. Everyone knows about chat GPT. That is, was discovered by OpenAI. You can have online also the chat GPT. Most of this, even the school students are able to use the chat GPT in order to perform some task. In order to write a leave letter, they are using the chat GPT and writing a leave letter. So if they have any doubt in some topic, they are simply presenting that keyword and generating the text from that one and able to learn from the chat GPT. Most of the students are even doing their assignments in chat GPT. So these are all concepts that we will be learning in artificial intelligence. So what are the things that can be done using the AI tools or generative AI is to recognize the computer patterns in images, text, sounds, and other data. Complex data can be used. They analyze data in real time. Okay, and we have a lot of applications that can be done, that like image recognition, natural language processing, speech recognition, facial recognition, fraud detection, supply chain management, cyber security, predicting the stock values. When in case of machine learning, you can use only data. That is, the input to the machine learning, you can give data in forms of values or symbols or text or this. You can give the data. But when it comes to the deep learning, you can give the data in form of image. You can give the data in form of image. You can generate um, multimedia access also. You can give complicated patterns as an input. So we have, in order to deal with this type of data, we have another topic or another subject in artificial intelligence, which is known as computer vision. Computer vision. This is the field of artificial intelligence that allows computers to analyze, visualize the data like images, videos, to understand and interpret it. So these are the techniques that we can. So now we can go in detail with each topic, and we can go to the artificial intelligence tools. That is, here the simple definition of artificial intelligence is program. Artificial intelligence it is a program with the ability to learn and reason like humans. And we have another term called as data science, generation of actionable knowledge from huge amount of data by using statistics, mathematics, and computer science. So people think that mathematics is required only in the first year or in the schooling or in the high school. But when we want to expertise your in the field of artificial intelligence, always mathematics, statistics is required. Okay, why it is required, what topics are required, we'll discuss in this class also. And again, another definition of machine learning, simple definition: algorithms with the ability to learn without being explicit programmed. Deep learning, subset of machine learning in which artificial neural networks adapt and learn from vast amount of data. Vast means huge amount of data. You should have huge amount of data in order to perform deep learning techniques. And another concept that is there in deep learning is transfer learning. Storing knowledge gained while solving one problem and applying it to a different but related problem. So these are some of the keywords that is being used in the artificial intelligence. So now we'll see that what are the tools that are available. What are the tools in order to perform for the text? ChatGPT is very popular tool that we can use for text. For images, Mid-Journey is the popular tool in order to deal with Mid-Journey or the images, videos, Runway, and audios. We have Level Labs. Marketing, we have this one, and chatbot we have. So these for presentation we have Gamma tool that Gamma tool I want to discuss today. I want to introduce the Gamma tool to you. And social media and research and copyright writing, copy.ai, Grammarly. These are all the tools that are available now with us, and some are paid and some are free, and for 1 month or 2 months you can use those them with your student ID, and you can also know what type of content you can make from these tools. You can explore them. Okay, so this is the overview of the tools that are available, and much more tools that are available now. When you go to the Google, you can search about them. But all these tools, whatever the presentation you want to do, we have some tools, and luckily, you people, you stakeholders are very lucky nowadays because we are able to get so many open source tools. When I am student, when I am studying my BTech, or when I am doing my PG, or when I am doing my PhD program, we don't have these tools, this many tools, these many resources, or this many open source tools. So when I want to do my PhD work for prediction purpose, now, at the time we used to have the SAS software that is very costly. Even we don't have the access to know the free version. Systat is another statistical software that we have, and that is only limited to only for trial period is limited to only 1 month. So by using the trial period and by using all these resources, we are able to learn something program. But you people now you are very lucky that you have a lot of open source tools. When it comes to data science, here what are the things that we have to learn if you are a data scientist, if you want to become a data scientist? I think most of the students are doing their BTech course in data science, BTech course in ML and data science, BTech course in AI and data science. So for those people, you should know about what some programming language like Python or R or Java. These programming language you should also know, and you should have data analysis subject like feature engineering and EDA, and you should also have the mathematical knowledge like linear algebra, statistics, differential calculus. This knowledge for data scientist, in order to, you should have the basic knowledge about the mathematics and statistics also. And whatever the data or whatever the model you have generated using machine learning, like classification or regression or reinforcement learning, deep learning, or dimensionality reduction or clustering or association, you should make it. If you want to make it in a dashboard, you have to learn the subject called as data visualization. That means you should know about Tableau, Power BI, Matplot libraries, Seaborn libraries. That these libraries are there for the in Python programming, that can be used for the creating the what you call the charts. It can be a line chart or bar chart or histogram or things. Whatever the things that you have made from the model, you have to display them through a what you call some data visualization techniques or data storytelling part. So you have to identify what are the tools that are available, how well you can create a dashboard in order to make end user visible whatever the technique you have done, you have presented or used to construct a model and display it. And these are the data visualization techniques, the charts that you can. I think most of the people know about some charts like line chart, bar chart, pie chart. We have a scatter plot, histogram, radar chart, map, heat maps. Heat maps are very popular for data visualization in order to present a large data set. So before going to the data and this, I want to make it clear that about data set. So what is data set? We are talking about the input data. We are talking about training data. We are talking about data. Data is nothing but the raw facts, which can be represented in form of a tabular form, or it can be represented in form of a chart also. You can, if you want to make it more pictorial, visual, then you have to use this thing in order to present it on your dashboard more clear, whatever the analysis you have done. So when you talk about, when you want to do some computing, if you have a thousand records of data, so in order to create a model, you will be using only 2/3 of data for the creating a model, and 1/3 of the data can be used for presentation, what you call the testing purpose. If it is machine learning, you will be having a training data set, you need to have validation set, you need to have a test set. You will be creating or dividing that whatever the available data set that you have into training data set, validation data set, and test set. So if you are using this model in real time, you will pick up the real time data in order to build. For example, if you want to do weather forecasting, if you want to know what will be the weather tomorrow, or if you want to analyze that weather, what you have to do, you have to take the previous data, previous seasons, previous quarters data into your machine learning algorithm, and that builds a model and generates the output, or it will be generating a model. That model you can use for testing purpose or validation purpose, or you can give input the real time in order to predict the next day weather conditions, are next month weather conditions, or next season weather condition, next quarter weather conditions. So in this way the data can be utilized. So here we have different charts, and you, depending upon the problem statement, what is your problem. That means the problem is nothing but you need to generate a solution to that one. That is the problem statement. So you have to identify the problem, and you have to pick up a data. So for what data you want to, you have to pick up application. What application? Whether you want to find out weather conditions, or you want to find out the stock market, or whether you want to find out that gold rate, tomorrow's gold rate. What is your application? Or whether you want to find out whether the patient is suffering with fever or not. So that problem statement you have to pick up, and you have to make it, and whatever the results that are obtained, that you need to put it in form of a chart. That you have to put it in the form of a chart. That can be, for example, a student. You can divide the student. You want to try to find out whether student has passed or not. So simply you will say that how many passed students are there, or how many failed students are there. When it comes to if you want to know that whether students, how many average students are there, how many below average students are there, how many above average students. Above average is more than 70% student, more than 70% of more than, if you have acquired in your result more than 70%, you will be placing them above average. If the student is in between the percentage of 50 and 60, the average student you can. If the student is able to acquire the marks or percentage below 50%, you can say that the student is below average. So here the blue line tells about the average students, green line tells about the above average students, and this one, what you call orange line, tells about below average students, and red line tells about the failed students. So now you are able to easily capture, understand from this chart how many students are failed, how many students are grouped in average, how many students are grouped in above average, how many students are grouped as below average, how many students have been failed. For this purpose, the data visualization can. So these are the different types of charts that can use, but we have different types of techniques also here. We have different types of techniques also here. That is, those techniques are, you can do it by Power BI, or you can simply use Python language, or you can use R language, or you can use Tableau in order to make a dashboard visualization. So those things you need to know and go into presentation. So this represent relation between this categories, clusters, or groups. So this is about the data analysis. Now I am able to show a small data science as a sandwich. Data science as a sandwich. Here, this first layer, we will be able to know about mathematics, linear algebra, analytics, geometry, matrix, vector calculus, optimization, regression, dimensionality reduction, density estimation, classification, statistics, and probability. When it comes to the second part is the programming. You should know about the programming. You think that data science, if you simply just learn the data science subject, it is enough. But if you want to really be an expert of data science, or become a data scientist, you should have the full knowledge about mathematics, whatever the topic I have read just now, and the programming skills, that is Python, SQL, R. If you want to connect this, you in the programming, when you are doing some application, you will have a front end and back end and storage also. So in order to store in database, you should have some knowledge with MySQL or MongoDB. That knowledge, or Oracle, you should have. Or if you are not able to learn or expertise in this databases, you simply can learn the Excel also. That will be give some database knowledge. You can connect the front end, or you can create a front end in Python language or R language or any other visualized languages like C language or C++, Java. You can do front end, and you connect to the database, that is back end. So that we have to know. And the middle part of it is, that is nothing but the machine learning. You have to uh, how to create a model, how model works, how data can be explored, what is the first ML model validation. That means whether whatever the model you have created, is it valid for that particular application or not. And you will be able to know what is underfitting and overfitting, and some other techniques like random forest, all these things. These are the machine learning techniques that you have to learn. And there are a lot of machine learning algorithms that you have to know if you want to use that machine learning. And again, you have a deep learning. We have already talked about artificial neural networks, convolution neural networks, recurring neural networks, TensorFlow, Keras, PyTorch, single neuron, deep neural networks. All these things are covered in the deep learning. And again, coming to the feature engineering, what is meant by feature engineering? Means feature is nothing but it's a variable. In machine learning language, you can call it as a feature. When it comes to DBMS, you will call it as a variable. So here you will be having create a baseline model, categorical, what are the categorical data types, or whatever if you want to give a marks to that model, you will be giving in numerics. If you say that you are pass or fail, it is a categorical. You will be indicating as pass or not. Whether the switch is on or off, it's a categorical. Okay, whether the patient is suffering with fever or not, or the patient is having that symptoms or not, positive or negative. So these are categorical. So you will be in feature engineering, you will be categorizing what are the variables that are numerics, what are the integers, what are the categorical variables, how to generate the features, how to select the features, how to do the subset selection. All these things can be done in the feature engineering. Next, natural process language. Here, text classification and word vectors you will be finding. When you go for the e-commerce shopping or online shopping, you will be, whenever you want to purchase a product online, you will be always seeing the reviews on it, whether the product is having the positive review or negative review. So for this type of applications, you will be using natural language processing, and you will be able to notify that if it is a positive review, you will again go to the inner advanced search about that product, and you will be able to gain some knowledge whether you can proceed in purchasing that product or not. So here in natural language processing, that can be embedded with recommendation systems also. When you go for Facebook or any social media, you will be able to see that add as a friend, or the recommendations will be always coming to them. That recommendation system as well as natural language processing system are working behind that screen. Therefore, you are able to identify, or you are able to identify that you are interested in getting that product. That system itself is able to system is able to recognize that you are in search of that product, and it is giving us all the recommendations that are there for the your basing on your interest. Okay, that's why when you are got into that social media, or when you are going to the some Amazon sites or Flipkart sites, if you search for the cell phone, immediately when you log in with that IP address or email ID, if you log in, you will be able to see in the front page of your login that is about that cell phone features, and it is trying to convey you that you may get discount, or you may get with this offers and all these things. So in background, the natural language processing and recommendation systems are working. So the seventh one is data visualization tool. Here, data visualization tools are Excel is the main tool. You can learn Tableau, Power BI, QuickView, and all the tools that can be for data visualization in order to make your dashboard more effective and more colorful and attractive also. And another one is deployment. Deployment is nothing but whatever your product you have developed, you have to showcase it, you have to present it, you have to store it in some way, or you have to visualize it. That means you can use Azure, or you can use a cloud platform in order to Amazon Web Services. You can use Amazon Web Services in order to deploy it. For that one purpose. These are the techniques that are used. Next, ninth one is domain knowledge. You should have in what area you want to. If you want to do some application or develop some applications, develop a model. You should know whether you are going for the classification model, or clustering model, or association model. You can identify that whether the problem comes under reinforcement, semi supervised learning, supervised learning, or unsupervised learning. That knowledge you have to know, and you have to pick up the data in such a way that it fits to that problem only. So that kinds of, and keeping practice is nothing but a bookkeeping, that is make it generalize it, and you have to make a manual for it. Okay. So we thought we I have already given you about what is the overview of machine learning. So this slide tells about that machine learning. What are the different techniques that are available in machine learning? What are different techniques that are available for the unsupervised learning and reinforcement learning? Here we have supervised learning, data with label. Data with label. Always data is accompanied with label. Then you can say it's a supervised learning. We have two different types of categories in supervised learning, that is classification and regression. So classification is nothing but you will be accompanied with a label. And the techniques that are used for the classification is logistic regression, naive-Bayes classifier, k-nearest classifier, support vector missions, neural networks, and case-based reasoning all comes under the classification. And example is whether the email is spam or not. Speech recognition comes under the class. Regression means linear regression, rigid regression, ordinary, least square regression, stepwise regression. These regression techniques are used. There is a difference between classification and regression. If the class level is numeric, then the problem comes under the regression. If the class level is categorical, then it is the classification problem. The example of regression is stock market prediction, rainfall prediction, weather forecasting. If the class label is whether the weather is comfortable or not, that means the class label is yes or no, whether you can go step out or not. Then it is comes under classification. What is tomorrow's temperature? The temperature you will be giving it in form of a degrees, or 26 or 24 or 18 or 17. Then it is a regression problem. This is about the supervised learning. When it comes to unsupervised learning, data without label. You have a data, but it doesn't have a label for it. Then it comes under the problem of clustering. So you have three different types of clustering categories. One is in unsupervised learning, one is clustering, another is association analysis, and third one is dimensionality reduction. Okay. Clustering is here we have different types of algorithms for in order to solve the clustering. Identify the fake news, document analysis. This is grouping the people, whether they belongs to average group or below average group, grouping the people. So okay. And when it comes to the association rule, it is talks about market basket analysis. That is when you purchase some item, what item you are purchasing together. If you purchase a computer system, you will be always try to purchase a web camera for it or a printer for it. So if you purchase a bread, you will be always purchasing a butter in addition to bread or a jam or a cheese or milk. So that means whatever the items that are frequently purchased, what are the items that are purchased together? That is nothing but association analysis. When it comes to dimensionality reduction, so whatever the large, huge amount of data is there, and if your model is not able to fit the whole amount of, that means your system is not supporting. If your system is having only 4 GB or 8 GB, and if your data is or your computation supports for 16 GB, then what you have to do, you cannot purchase a bigger end system. What you will do, you will minimize the data in such a way that the patterns of the data, meaning of the data will not be changed, but you will try to minimize the data by using some techniques as feature extraction. That feature extraction by using a technique or a method called as algorithm called as principal component analysis or feature selection. You have wrapper, filter, and embedded methods for it. So whenever you want to send some pictures to your friend in an email, it can support some one or two pictures. If it is more than two pictures or the pixels is more, then means you will send by using the what you call the WinZip. You will be using to send these pictures to your friend by WinZip, or you can also share by Google Drive rather than simply sending through your mail. So that type of is a dimensionality reduction. When it comes to reinforcement learning, you have two different types of model free and model based learning. Model free and model based learning. So these are the contents that you will be studying in machine learning when you want to go for the artificial intelligence. See here how well that what you call as artificial intelligence have learned. Now, Harvard University will use an AI professor to teach its student next semester. That means this is a robo. This person, this is an AI professor. He will be. Uh, we are advanced in such a way that this robo will teach the students of Harvard University in that way that the artificial intelligence have been developed. Okay, so what we have already discussed about this one. Now we'll talk about the artificial intelligence tools. So now in this class, I want to talk about Gamma tool and Teachy app. So now we'll go to the Gamma tool, how we can uh, implement, and I'll show how we can utilize that Gamma tool now. Okay. So just
Ma'am, PPT
yeah,
is
yeah,
not visible, ma'am.
just to have stop the PPT in order to switch on to the AI tools.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Okay.
See, now you are able to see the browser.
Ma'am,
Someone can,
No,
no,
madam.
ma'am.
no?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah. So here I'm just typed about the Gamma app. I clicked the Gamma app here. See the window. You have the gamma, create a new AI, new from blank or import. So now I want to create a new AI. So I can, here there are three categories in creating a with AI. So I can paste the text here in order to get the notes, or I can generate by using AI. So I want to generate a presentation. So now what presentation? I want to give some C++ programming presentation. So I'm instructing, this is whatever the keyword I'm typing, C++ programming is nothing other, it is called as prompt. So now I'm giving the C programming, I'm telling this Gamma tool to generate a presentation on C++ programming. So I'm clicking the generate toolbar. So here it is asking, it is giving us outline about that what are the things that should be included in this C++ programming. That is introduction to C++ programming, history, evolution of C++, basic syntax and data types, control flow and loops, functions and scope, object-oriented programming in C++, memory management and pointers, C++ standard library and modern advancement. If I want to add some other topics also, I can edit and I can add using the add card. Now, just I want to continue with whatever the topics that are given. I'm saying that just simply continue. And generating. It takes few seconds to generate about the C++. See how see how you able to see that how that gamma tool has been generated. The slides of C++ programming. Welcome to the world of C++, a powerful and versatile programming language. This presentation provides comprehensive overview of C++ fundamentals, its historical journey, and its essential features. And it is created by myself, therefore it is given as my name. If I want to add some slide over here, I can also add a slide over here, and I can add the content over here if I am not satisfied whatever the AI this Gamma tool has been generated, and I can paste here the templates or whatever the matter image or text, whatever it may be. Here, see the picture. It is giving the information about the evolution of C++. Building blocks of C++, syntax and data types, fundamental data types, basic syntax of C++. This is control the flow and control flow and the loops, conditional statements, oops, iterations, modular programming functions and scopes. All these things that is not copied or somewhere, but it is Gamma tool has been generated. Just what I have given a prompt that is C++ programming. You know, prompt engineering is another subject in artificial intelligence where you have to give only the keywords what you want to generate or what artificial AI tool need to generate. So you have to give a input about the prompt, and whatever you want, that will be generating this one. This is, and if this link you want to share to your friend, you can use this share collaborate or export or embed and publish in the site also. You can also publish here. You can publish this one. So this is the simple way of generating PPTs. So these are some of the whatever the things that I have generated. Yesterday I have generated about a C programming. So this, what I have done is just this is a blank. I didn't generate from the AI, but I have created from blank. So we need to keep a title for it. If I say that AI tools, here I need to generate some. I can also put an image or text from it. So I can copy some text from here. I can make it. So here I can edit it, or I can upload the image, or I can get it from the AI also. Different things we can, or you can add another column if you're not satisfied with this column. You can ask AI to fill the things that is edited by AI, whatever the things that are different. So this in this way you can also generate or write the content to your page, or you can create a PPTs, or you can create a blog, you can create a website, you can generate it, and you can keep it in for your sites. So these are the things that I have created, trends of AI. So the trends of AI, what are the trends? I have already told you about deep learning, natural language for robotics. This is the AI has generated in this Gamma tool. I have asked just to give I have given a prompt as trends of AI, and it has given the current state of AI is deep learning, natural language processing, robotics, and their definitions. And even it has given about the GANs also. Advantages of AI. It is telling us the advantages of AI. AI can help doctors to diagnose medical conditions and develop personalized treatment plans for the patients. Nowadays, we have, after COVID, we had a lot of applications or apps in order to contact the doctors. So in online consultation also, it is possible after the COVID. Before COVID, we used to go to physically to the doctor or hospital if you have any problem. But after COVID, that is the communication through internet has been improved drastically. And the COVID has taught us that how to connect online also. So before we used to have this type of workshops only physically. We don't have this much of a gathering online. But after COVID, during COVID, we are able to learn that how to connect each other in a different places or different locations and still learn the contents. So nowadays there are a lot of resources, lot of information that is available in the Google, and only thing is you should have a system, or you should have some internet Wi-Fi connectivity, good Wi-Fi connectivity, high speed, and you should have the interest to learn. So a lot of resources are available. So these are the advantages that are these applications of AI in various industries, finance, retail, education. This all contents was given by the AI in this Gamma tool. Okay, this is about the Gamma tool. Now I want to tell you about the TG app. Are you able to see the browser?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm typing in this here, TG app. This is artificial intelligence for teachers as well as for the students also. In order to illustrate for you, I'm trying to connect as a student. So you want to study some material here. you have a lot of resources here available on the screen. It also generates a slide presentation. So if you have a YouTube link, you can give that YouTube link to as an input. Here you can give as input. Here you can give a YouTube link as an input, and it can also say that whatever the YouTube link you give here, it will be giving the questions. YouTube, the content of YouTube will be given. So 1 minute, I want to stop sharing, and I will give you a YouTube link where you can see it. One minute time.
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, with your permission, a small announcement, ma'am. Dear participants, you all have to submit feedback attendance form that will be posted after the 3 sessions, and also you are having a quiz based on your attendance and quiz performance. Your certification will be provided. So attendance and attending the quiz and submission of feedback and attendance form is mandatory for all of you. Please note this announcement.
Now we are able to see.
Yes, ma'am.
I have pasted the YouTube link. So from this YouTube link, I'm generating the questions. So this content is regarding the deep learning. The YouTube link describes about deep learning. The main thing is he is telling about the speaker feelings and how the deep learning is able to recognize the emotions. So in this teacher's app, if you are unable to visualize or understand the content about the YouTube, if it is in the foreign language or some other language, you can also ask, give the YouTube link to this teaching app, and you can ask to generate the questions also. Okay, so that is another application about this teaching app, and another application is text summarization. Text summarization. So you have a lot of content and you don't have the time to read all the content, and you don't have much knowledge about that content. So what you can use this app, and you just click on the text summarization, whatever the content that is there available, you can give the content to this app and click the text summarization, and it gives the gist or abstract about the content. In this way, this will be useful, and it also gives that exercise activities or the questions. That means question grading. Just question grading. You can also see the question grading. You can give the question and it will give the answer. That is another option you have in this what you call the teaching app. So this is there are a lot of AI tools that are used for creation of content or communication, automatic grading, or creating quizzes, or studying purpose, or generating. Even you can also generate some games also from this. So these are the some of the tools. So if time permits, or if we have the chance again connecting, we can go in depth about all the tools. The main summary and takeaway from this session is you you got awareness about what is meant by artificial intelligence, what are the subjects that you can study along with artificial intelligence, what is the purpose of each content, that is like what is purpose of machine learning, what is the purpose of what you call computer vision, what is the purpose of deep learning, what is neural networks, what is generative AI. These are the topics that we have learned, and we have learned about the simple gamma tool and simple teaching app. There are a lot of things, then you can copy this link and you can practice at your home how well you can connect with these topics, how well you can create your own tools, and the AI tools, whatever the AI tools that are there, you can also use them for your purpose. Even you have a tool for activity ideas also, study plan also, entrance exam tips also. AI tutor is there. AI tutor is there. It tells about how you can connect with that one. All these things you can exercise by using this, and this is the what you call the teaching app that teaches you much better, like a teacher, like a mentor, counselor, and it will be helping you to design your career. And I wish best of luck to all the stakeholders who are connected today in this online. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. One of the question that student posted.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, ma'am.
Is it in chat
What
box?
are the yes, ma'am. What are activation functions?
Yeah, activation function is used in deep learning. It is, we have different types of activation function, like sigmoid activation function, tan activation function, Adams optimization activation functions. That depends upon your problem statement, how you can assign that, what type of activation function you can use. And if you are really interested in the deep learning purpose, you can use this activation function to activate the all the neurons or neural networks, that is number of layers that are connected in the deep learning. Okay, and I think this much knowledge is enough at this point of view. And if any of the students really want to know much about the deep learning or activation function or artificial intelligence or machine learning, you are open, because J2 GB is located in Vijayanagaram. You can meet me anytime and you can clear all your doubts. We can connect. We are always welcome you to our university. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. One more question. From where we can download those apps?
You can go to the Google, you can say that AI tools, free open source. You will be getting so much of tools that are there, and you can download them by clicking. And I have shown only two tools, but actually we can have 10 to 30 tools also, we can, which is useful for yourself, and we can deal it. But as time is not permitting, then we can. Someone asked us, what is the policy of optimization? Optimization is nothing but improvement. We have a lot of optimization techniques in artificial intelligence, that particle swarm optimization, ant colony optimization, ABC optimization, and cuckoo search optimization. Like this, there are a lot of optimization techniques. If you are really, if you are interested, you can contact us or move ahead, or you can also ask your teacher in your college regarding this optimization techniques. Okay. Thank you. I think next speaker is ready
Yes,
to
ma'am.
take up the
Very good.
class.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you all. Good response. I thank all the stakeholders who are connected today for this one, and stay tuned to know much knowledge about all the topics that we have promoted in this brochure. Thank you.